So we're gonna do the trade, the part B, Silvia, right?
Yes. So we were in trade records 2.1, and we have already covered the key info, people's tab, and the outside brokers tab. Now we're going to do the trust account. Now this is very important to do the trust account and try to make minimum amount of mistakes, least amount of mistakes in this section. So for trust account you have to click add. See, if you go in any tab, you have to add information, just look for the tab add button, right? It's as simple as that. So first thing it asks you is, do we hold the deposit, yes or no? Usually in listing side we don't hold the deposit, so you just answer no. And then you write the
deposit held by
who, right? So if you, there's a drop down menu, if the name of the company or the name is there who's holding the deposit, you write it, else you can write it manually too.
Yeah, whether we have or no, we still have to write who's holding it.
Yes, we have to write it who's holding the trust deposit. Then we have to write whether that person has already received the deposit, yes or no. So if we have the copy of the check, that means the other person has received the deposit. The next thing comes is date of deposit. Now this is very important because for bank recs, this comes very handy. You should put the date of deposit as a date when the check was physically deposited in the bank. So if you receive the check on the 7th and you deposit on the 9th, then you put the deposit date as a 9. The next goes received from. Here you write the buyer's name because the buyer is the one who gives the deposit check. Then you write the amount, how much the check is for, and then at the bottom right it says check number. Then you have to write the entire check number for the certified check. Now before hitting apply,
so you print.
You print. You should print the receipt. And receipt is usually printed when we hold the deposit. If you're not holding the deposit, you don't print the receipt. Okay? So then you hit apply, and that trust account will be deposited here. And then let's go to commissions. In commissions tab, you have to go either on add or edit, whichever your computer lets you do. If you go on add or edit, it pops up editing sub trade A commission. All you have to do is put the amount in listing side and the selling side, excluding GST, the commission.
So we are doing into the commission right now?
Yes.
Okay.
So then we input the commission. So suppose your commission is 5,000 plus GST, you will only write 5,000 in listing, and the other realtor is 4,500 plus GST, you will only write 4,500. And then after putting the commission, the percentage is automatically calculated. So that's a no headache for us. Then you hit apply. So the total commission of the listing side and the selling side is allocated. Right underneath is outside brokers and expenses.
So it will do automatically if you just add and
yeah, all I have to do is hit add and everything will be allocated automatically. It will show that Remax is the agent and their commission is this much and tax is this much. We just have to click add and okay, that's it. We don't have to do any work. And the next one is agent info.
Okay.
In agent info, all you have to do is just click add. If it's listing, usually the agent is added automatically from the listing. But if there's no agent here, then you click add, and then again use the binoculars. If you have
otherwise
if you have the number, then you just use the number, and then you click OK again, and the and when you click OK, select the agent. At the bottom you'll see deduction, the fees that will be taken out of the office fees from the commission. That is allocated automatically. When it's done, you'll just hit store, and the deal is stored. And then the next part comes the real legal secretary work for the conveyance.
So there are 3 types of letter, right?
Yes.
Especially in every deal you mentioned, one is a CIR, which is a cover letter, right?
That's the conveyance instruction report.
And then the cover letter for seller's lawyer.
Yes.
Cover letter for buyer's lawyer.
Yes.
And then you told given notes, AR.
Okay. In commission and agent info, you can see AR. That means account receivable.
Positive or negative?
If it's a positive amount, that means we have to receive
the money from other party.
Other party. If it's negative, that means we have to release the money to the buyer's lawyer.
So basically, positive means receiving.
Yes. AR
is
means
is the
receivable.
operative,
Yes.
is accounting, right?
Yes.
And if positive amount, then we are deficit of trust account, and we
Yes.
will receive money from the outside source, maybe lawyer or the other company,
Other company.
right?
Yes.
But if but if it's negative, so then we have, it means we have excess deposit,
Yes.
which we have to release to the
Only to the buyer's
only to the
lawyer.
buyer's lawyer.
We cannot release the money to anybody else.
And if plus, so letter buyer's liar's listing, so the letter which we're gonna do is the pickup one.
Okay, now this was about account receivable, right? Now we have to print the letters so that we can instruct the other outside broker about the commission, about all the information, and the lawyers too. So we click the letters part. It is available on all the tabs.
Okay.
You go to trust, commission, the letters is at the bottom right.
Okay.
You hit on letters, then it will pop up a window saying print trade letters. You have to print one letter, as we discussed earlier. One is CIR. So you print the CIR. If it's a listing deal, you print CIR for listing. If it's selling, you print CIR for selling. If it's dual, then CIR for dual, or assignment, then assignment. Now same thing for buyer's lawyer. If it's a listing, then you print buyer's lawyer listing letter, and depending on whether we have excess deposit or less deposit, we print the applicable letter.
So bottom line, one letter you always print, which is seller's lawyer's letter and all the deals.
Yes. Then the third lawyer's is seller lawyer's letter. You have to print that letter. It's the same for all the deals. So the letter that goes to the seller's lawyer is always the same.
Letter for CIR listing.
Yes.
Or letter for CIR's
and we have already covered that.
Buyer's lawyer's pickup and the listing, or whichever, right? And
Yes.
then the other one is this one.
And now the question comes, which letter to send to who? Now there are three people who we need to send the information to. One is the other real estate company. We only fax the conveyance instruction report to them. Then the buyer's lawyer, we have to send them their cover letter page and the CIR. And then the seller's lawyer, we have to send them the CIR and the seller's lawyer page.
Okay.
So once you do that, then you're all set. Then you have to wait for the closing date.
Yeah, so basically buyer's lawyers get the seller's lawyer, buyer is gonna get a buyer's letter
and the CIR.
And the CIR, right?
Yes.
And the seller is gonna send the seller's lawyer, seller letter and the CIR.
CIR, yes.
And the outside broker is only gonna
get the CIR.
CIR.
Yes.
Only CIR.
Yes. And then once it's done, then we just wait for the closing of the deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.